everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute since I have filmed something. I have just been really uninspired lately. I mean, let's be real. But can we talk about the fact that it is September? Honey, I am so excited. So this look is just basically a back to school quick makeup where you just want to look maybe glam but not too over the top glam. This is using mainly drugstore products. The only disclaimer that I will say is that for the eyes, I have not like one single type of drugstore eyeshadow, which is really sad. Also even sadder is that I just came from Walgreens before doing this and I didn't even pick anything up. Fail. Anyways, so even though it's not drugstore, it's a super inexpensive makeup that you can order online where the eyeshadows are like maybe $1 to $2 each. So yeah, I will link everything down below. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you have any requests, make sure that you leave them in the comment section. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.
To start off, I am going to be using the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Primer, smoothing that over my nose and wherever I tend to have my large pores. This is one of the best drugstore primers that there is out there, so I definitely love this one. Before I put on my foundation, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 10 just to go right underneath my under eyes, and taking a small damp beauty sponge, I'm just going to blend that out to mask those under eye circles. Now for my foundation, I'm going to be mixing my Milani 2-in-1 with some BB cream just to kind of thin out the consistency, and then of course I'm going to dab that on with my beauty blender all over and just make sure I have a nice even application, make sure the color is as close to my skin as possible. And I did a second application just because I wanted to be a little bit extra today. I'm mixing two different concealers. That one is the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous with my Rimmel concealer. One was too light, the other one was too dark, so we're just going to make it work. And then I'm going to be using the Rimmel one for the rest of my highlighting pleasures. And then of course I'm going to be buffing that out with the beauty sponge. What else is new? To set my under eyes, I'm going to be using my trusty Airspun facial powder, and I am using a damp beauty sponge, and I just want to set everything that I can, make sure that it's nice and smooth, and then I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the same powder. Now I've already primed my eyes with some concealer and some powder, so I'm going to be taking my Lorac Pro, and I'm going to be taking the shade Nectar and just applying that with the big fluffy brush right into my crease, just acting as my transition. I also want to get it a little bit onto my lid just because this eye look isn't too over the top as far as the eyeshadow goes, so I do want to make sure I have a good application. Once I'm satisfied with my transition color, I'm going to be taking Coastal Scents Tuscany eyeshadow with the same fluffy brush, and I'm going to be concentrating this more in the outer corner of my eye. I don't want to go in too far into my inner corner. I want it to mainly be on the outside. From there, I'm going to be using a eyeshadow by Luxie, and it is in the shade number 290. And I'm just going to be using that on my outer corners just to darken it up, give a little bit of dimension and definition in the eyeshadow before I do my lid color. For my lid color, I'm going to be using Luxie Beauty's Covet, and I am applying that with a wet brush. I did spritz it with some Fix Plus beforehand, and on the outer the outer corners of my eyes, I am doing just a touch of Coppa Feel, also from the same brand. These shadows are absolutely gorgeous, and when they are applied wet, it just intensifies the shine that they already give off. So these are definitely some really awesome and inexpensive colors. Using the same brushes in the same colors as before, I'm just going to be doing my under eye area just to give it some color, but we're not going to go too drastic. For my brow bone highlight, I'm going to be using the same Lorac Pro palette, and I am using the color Cream. It's a nice matte ivory color. I love it. For mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Sensational Mascara. Definitely like this one. I like it similar to the Roller Girl mascara from Benefit. So if you want a cheaper alternative, that's one that you can actually look towards. For my lashes, I am using a pair of Ardell Wispies number 600. These are super perfect when you don't want over the top dramatic lashes, but you still want some glam without needing to have like a liner on top. So these are definitely perfect. For contour, of course, my Nyx Contour kit. What else is new? I'm taking the first shade just to kind of bronze up the skin a little bit, just a little bit. And then I'm going to be going in with an even darker color. And I'm using a bigger bronzer brush. This is my Morphe one. Of course, got to be a little bit extra just to buff it all out. And then also apply some on my forehead, of course, because we don't want to look unproportionate with our contour slash bronzer. Taking my Morphe M529 brush, I'm going to be using the third darkest color in the contour kit just to really chisel those cheekbones. And I definitely love this brush for contour, but every video I always have a new favorite contour brush. This one just happens to be my favorite at the moment. I mean, look at that precision. Look at that precision, honey. It just speaks for itself. And because it's pointed, I can use it for my nose. So that's what I'm going to do. Snatch up the nose a little bit. For blush, yep, you guessed it. It is NYX blush, and the shade is Ethereal. Super pretty color. Love it. And it's just so versatile. You can use it day or night, regardless of where you're going. For my highlighter, I'm using NYX Ritualistic highlighter. It's super pretty. And we're just going to pack that on, 50,000 coats on the cheekbones. No big deal. Lastly, for lipstick, I'm going to be using Milani's Rose Femme lipstick. I just picked this one up right before I came to film, and I thought that the color was absolutely perfect for fall. And here is the final look. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching. See you next time.